Good morning. Where am I going? This way. Good morning. Or should I say, well, no, I shouldn't say. It's almost the afternoon. Almost the afternoon. I'm going to put you on here. There we go. It basically looks like it's late in the evening because it's so dark and miserable in the UK today. It's raining non-stop, which is not very nice. So today, even though it's almost lunchtime, but I had the opportunity because Danny's been really sleepy, that I was like, right, I'm just gonna get as much work stuff done as I can. I just noticed in the background you've got his little bouncer that I've had to pour boiling hot water on because there was huge poo explosion that went through the trouser, through the popper, and all up the seat. Delicious. First thing for a Monday morning to clear up. So even though it is almost lunchtime, I am going to make myself some breakfast, and I've been meaning to do kind of like a what I eat in the day, kind of focusing on gut health, focusing on health for ages, and I just have not had my head in the game at all. I literally get to like midday and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna eat? And then I just shove anything in and it's unfilmable. What I'm gonna do is just make myself some breakfast stuff, even though it isn't almost lunchtime, but I'm gonna go for breakfast stuff still. And then I'm gonna make these little bar-y things that I saw. So I saw someone make them for her 10-month-old as like a way of like an easy picky thing to have for their breakfast, and it was all the similar sort of breakfast stuff that I use, and I've been trying to find a way of having a breakfast thing that isn't like in a bowl, and that I can just grab on the go, or it's pre-made, just grab it out of the fridge and go, but still with all of the stuff that I'm trying to do, still with all the healthy stuff basically, and stuff that I know that feeds my gut and all that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna do that today whilst I'm making my breakfast, because basically just doing two things at the same time. And whilst I was digging everything out, I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, when you get into like having a clear out without even knowing it, and I realised that I've got like so many like duplicates of bits and stuff that I just forgot that I even had, so I'm gonna incorporate that. But what I'm gonna do for this whole video is just kind of what I'm eating in a day, because I'm at home all day today, which makes it much easier to film, and it is a real average day today, and so I feel like as in like a really normal day of stuff that I would eat, rather than it being like, you know, going out for lunch or dinner or all that sort of thing. Also, look at this, I have to show you. It's the cutest thing ever. Oh no, why are they tucked in? A little Christmas outfit. Hang on, let me just get there we go. So my sister is having a baby on Wednesday, so in 2 days time, which I am like beyond excited about. She's had an extremely tough time, so the fact that baby is here Wednesday is just I like have no words about how excited I am. But I found these, that she's gonna have a Christmas baby. So I've got one for Danny and one for her, boy or girl, we don't know what it is, but even though it's a girl, I thought that could still work for a girl. But it's like, how cute. I'm not normally into that sort of stuff, like matching pajamas or anything, but I was like, when you have a baby, something changes in you, which I was like, I'm not going to be one of those parents. But honestly, I am constantly like, gotta get that, matching that, do that. And it just, you turn into like this excitable person again, which is what I actually have loved about having a baby. Anyway, so let's do breakfast first. I'm just going to pop you on here because I've got to bend down, which is still, this squat position still is not great after the tearage. The 3rd degree tear. Oh no. Right, I'm going to decant some of these because they give us way more space in the cupboard. So today we're going to be using oats. We're going to have, I definitely saw a pack of chia seeds. We're going to do chia seeds. I'm just going to cut it decant that into, oh no, that went everywhere. Oh no. These get everywhere. I don't know if you ever, if you have like chia seeds in your porridge and then you're like cleaning out the bowl with a sponge, they just get attached to the sponge. I'm constantly just throwing sponges out because they get like slimy chia seeds when they're cooked, and when they dissolve in water, and and then when they're on sponges, it's really hard. I don't know why I patted that down, to get them off. So another thing that I thought I had none of these left, and then I did my little decant and I found mixed seeds, more seeds, more seeds. Oh, definitely there's another pack somewhere. Was that it? Yeah, that is it. Oh no, I've just thrown that one out. That one's done. Chia seeds is done. So I'm just going to, so this one actually has all the 4 seeds in. So like linseed, pumpkin seed, sunflower seed. I'm just gonna chuck that into there. There we go. And then I'll just add in some extra pumpkin seeds into it, just because why not? Why not? I love a pumpkin seed. You know, roasted pumpkin, roasted pumpkin seeds are nice. Right, so that's done. Those two can go back. I'm just gonna decant. And we've got these two together. Right, so what I'm gonna do is one bowl that I'm going to have now, and then I'm going to make at the same time the things that I saw someone do that hopefully I can then just grab out of the fridge, because it's almost like a non-baked flapjack. So rather than like having to have like the butter and the honey and everything, it's almost like your oat bowl, but then she basically microwaved it to make it that kind of mushy consistency, and it kind of flattened it down, and then she put it in the fridge, and it went like solid. So I'm not gonna go back and look at the video. I kind of think I remember it. But so what I'm gonna have, so we're gonna do some oats first. I don't go too mad on oats because too many oats I find can get a bit stodgy. So I'm just gonna do 2 tablespoons in there. I'm guesstimating the measurements for this one, so we're just gonna I want it to be, I guess, how many things? 3 meals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine it for like 6 portions. I've done 2 for there, so that's 6 in there. Maths. Oh god. So then chia seeds. The chia seeds are a great source of fibre. So I'm just going to do 2, like that's enough. And then I'm just going to do 1 into that one. You really don't want to overdo it with chia seeds, because you want to just have like, normal teaspoon or tablespoon, because they are really fibrous. And if you are too much fibre, if you're not used to it, can actually bung you up. I know fibre is fantastic to get the bowels moving, but if you've got to build that tolerance up, which is really, really important. So with this breakfast, my kind of aim with it is for me to be able to get as many different types of healthy fibres in. So you're looking at oats, chia seeds. I'm going to put a little bit of flaxseed in, and then with the mixed seeds and nuts as well, you're getting that diverse range of seeds rather than just being like just one. And then I'm going to add in some different types of fruit as well. In my breakfast, that's what I try and do, is really pack it with as diverse as I can, that I know I've got those different plant points in. So what the gut absolutely loves is having a real range of different types of food, and not just being the same every single day. You are looking for like 30 different plant points. Now, plant points are stuff like all your different types of fibres, so fruits, veggies, seeds, nuts, legumes, lentils, chickpeas, spices, and just having a my god, what is it? Having lots of different types of them, having a wide range. God, I couldn't say wide range together of those ones, around 30 a week, different types, what you're looking for. Right, I'm gonna add a bit more into this one. That looks fine. So I've got chia seeds, oats. So I've just added in some of the mixed seeds and nuts into both. The lady who did this obviously didn't do that because it was for a 10-month-old. And then I'm gonna add into both before I put them into the microwave. So I want this to become soft. So I've got some dried mango. I absolutely love dried mango. I don't have it like loads, just in the mornings, but it just brings like a real sweetness to it. So that can go in there. And I'm gonna just do a few of the currants. Again, I'm kind of imagining this as a flapjacky type thing. So I'm gonna do a bit of milk into both of them. I'm just gonna do this one first. I used to always have my oats cold and I put like water with them, but actually having them warm with a bit of milk is so much nicer. Now we're normally a full fat milk family, but they ran out, so we are on the semi-skim. For me, full fat dairy, because you only have it in moderation, is where it should be, because it hasn't been changed, and it's just so much more delicious, I think. Anyway, my opinion. Whoop. Right, let's put that into there. Just checked on little man, he is a-okay. So this one, again, I'm not 100% sure how much milk to put in, but I'm gonna do that a little bit more. Let's do, because you basically want this to be quite thick. You don't want this to be like porridge, because you're not. I'm trying as well not to have, that's way too runny, never mind. Not to have coffee on an empty stomach, because coffee it's obviously a stimulant. I love coffee. Good coffee is actually really good for your gut microbiome. It's got lots of beneficial bacteria in it. It's full of polyphenols. So polyphenols you get in like your dark fruits, dark chocolate, red wine, coffee. But coffee, like I said, it's a stimulant. So on an empty stomach, it will also kind of get your nervous systems kind of fired up into your flight and fright. So normally you really want to be pairing coffee with food. Right, so let me show you. This is what this one looks like. So I'm gonna see kind of how thick it is. So I'm gonna microwave that now, just to kind of smush it all together. I've got this one is a bit too runny, but that's fine. Just gonna add in blueberries into this one, and I'm gonna add in some raspberries as well. What I am gonna see if we've got any cinnamon sprinkled on top. Actually, that would be really nice. And I'm gonna add in some, a little bit of, this is Guernsey whole milk yogurt, but it's strawberry flavoured. So this is just, I'm not gonna add that into Tupperware one because that wouldn't really work. This is into the fresh one that I'm gonna have now. So I'm just gonna do, that'll basically bring the sweetness a little bit. Perfect. What I also do in the mornings, that I've forgotten to do today, is I have a shot of probiotic every morning. So this is Simproof, so it's a liquid-based probiotic. I also do try and have fermented foods where I can in the diet, but I'm not a huge fan of them because they are quite strong in flavour. So I try and get them where I can, but it's not a staple every day. But this is. I always go for unflavoured. I'm really not a fan of anything flavoured, like that artificial flavour, even though there isn't artificial flavours in the flavoured ones. They're flavoured with something, but anything flavoured that's not supposed to be that flavour, I'm just not a fan of. I always go for plain. Whoop. So that's better. So the consistency feels, I don't know if you can smell that, proper wholesome. Feels like it would bind together, where like the one in my bowl, it doesn't feel like that. So that's kind of, I guess, the consistency that they were on about. So what I am going to do with this one still is add some fruit into it. So this, I think, is perfect. I'm just going to mush this in almost. So, and then it just looks, oh, whoops, let's put that in there. Like that. And see that? I'm going to let that cool. Let that cool down before I do anything with it. And then once it's cool, I'm going to put it into the fridge. It is 4 minutes past 12. And I am going to sit down and enjoy my breakfast. I'm just going to pop ourselves on here. So yeah, I'm actually starving now, so I cannot wait. Little baby Danny is, hello, sound asleep. That is health in a bowl, and the flavors just work so well. Sweetness from the mango, nice bit of creaminess from the yogurt, all the goodness in there, all the fibers that you need. I am also currently obsessed with Mamma Mia. I don't know what's happened to me. So I really wanted to go out for a bit of a walk today. Because get a bit of fresh air, and just I'm trying to really just make an effort to get out every day, just get those endorphins going and everything. Hello. But it's so miserable. So my plan was to go and basically walk to our local supermarket, pick up what I need to pick up for lunch, grocery shopping, that sort of stuff, and then walk back. Oh, I think I'm still going to do it, but I might wait a bit because it's so, you know, it's like that rain where it's just, it hasn't stopped. Hello. Yeah, that kind of real, it's that kind of proper rain today. Dark clouds, feels really, really miserable. My kind of plan was to get him in the buggy, go for a nice long walk, he conks out, and then when he comes back, he can then just stay asleep in the buggy whilst I make lunch and stuff. But he's, well, I would say he's kind of falling asleep. Yes. Hello. Hello. I'm back on my hair. But yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna just sit and just, I don't know what to do. I really want to go out. I'm looking over here because I'm looking at the window, but and I've got the things drawn because it's so miserable. Yeah, not too sure what the best thing is to do. Whether I think I am just going to brave it, shove a raincoat on, get him snug as a bug in a rug in the pram, rain mac on the pram, and then just get out. Sometimes you feel so good, don't you? From when you get back in, you get a nice warm cup of tea, hot cup of tea with a biscuit, something like that. Shall we do it? Shall we brave the rain? Shall we brave the rain? So I've made the decision that I'm going to try and go out after lunch because it's too miserable and I'm getting to that hungry stage where I know I'm just going to end up shoveling it all in. The only problem with that is that I don't have masses of food here, but I'm going to make like a Buddha bowl type salady thing. Oh God. I'm tired. So I'm gonna just get any veggies that I've got from the fridge. Very depressing looking pepper, but that will do. I might actually put a little bit of courgette in. So I'm gonna do, so a load of veggies. Oh, we've got any carrots? No carrots. So I'm gonna do, a load of veggies. I'm then gonna cut this one up, roast that one actually, and yeah, create some form of like buttery bowly thing. And then after that, I'm gonna attempt to head out. And then when I come back, it's tea and some chocolate, definitely. So I'm gonna also do 2 eggs. I can never multitask. So we're just gonna do 2 boiled eggs. And then we've got kale. I'm gonna roast up a little bit of courgette when I do the roasted, whatever this one's called, butternut squash. And then let's cut up cucumber, and some peppers are gonna be cut up as well. So then we've got other kind of carbiness coming from your butternut squash, protein, you've got your eggs, lots of different nice and like lots of veggies. I do need some form of dip. I think we've got a dip in the fridge that I'll use just to kind of sprinkle on top of it. What I did do the other day with this was grated carrot with sultanas like mixed into it, and like a little bit of like almost like a vinegary kind of dressing in there, and that went really well, kind of all the different type of flavors within that bowl. I totally forgot how long, so I can sit down with him and me, yay, how long it takes for butternut squash to cook. I was like, oh yeah, I'll have lunch ready, nice and soon, nice quick easy lunch. It is easy if you pre-cook your butternut squash, but everything else actually, the butternut squash takes the longest. Oh, hello. I had to put him into the sling because even though he's been really good today, he's been like pretty chirpy, he just had a moment of pure madness. Yeah, a moment of just not being very happy, bless him. So what I'm just doing now is I've got some, what's it called, caviar kale, the dark, this sort of kale. So I'm just getting that, and I'm going to boil it a little bit. Last time I did one of these kind of bowl things, I actually added this kale into, what's it called, that stuff? Quinoa. So that actually was really nice. Kale by itself isn't, it's quite earthy tasting. So I haven't got anything. I know what I'm gonna do. I've got some nutritional yeast. So I might just blend that into it, and that'll just give it a bit more kind of not so much of an earthy flavour. So I'm gonna boil that up now. The butternut squash is in the oven, and then just get prepped for the other like little veggies that I've got. It is done. So we have got boiled egg, cucumber, avocado, caviar, kale, whatever it's called, was I tossed some nutritional yeast in, so you can kind of see it there. Some courgettes, some roasted butternut squash, and just some peppers. And then I'm obsessed with this sauce. I put it on like everything. But the yogurt and mint ones, we get the big mama. So I've just, whatever that is called, tossed over it. I am ravenous, so I cannot wait to get tucked in. And I'm not gonna go to the shop today because this is just miserable. I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna make a cup of tea, and then have any sort of chocolate that I can find. And I might put a nice cozy film on because this weather requires coziness. Isn't this just the coziness? So I ended up having, I still felt quite hungry after the lunch. So I had, whilst I was just tidying up the kitchen, you waking up? Some French stick and a bit of butter. You cannot beat salty butter. Although the French stick was a bit dry. But what I've got now is, it's been a mad day today. I've literally just, in between looking after Danny. I've just got so much work stuff done. It's so dark in here, you can barely even see me. I go here, there we go. Got so much work stuff done. I kind of felt like I was on a bit of a roll, so I'm just going to just go for it today. And it makes me feel so much more better when I'm ahead of the game. But it is now almost 4 o'clock. It's almost dark. So I've just got a nice cup of tea. I've got some Christmas chocolate that technically should be going on the tree, but we haven't sorted a tree yet, so I'm having some of that. I've got Mamma Mia on. I think Danny is definitely stirring from his nap, so I'm gonna get him up, get him snuggled in and just chill. And then what I've decided to do is that when Sam comes back, I'm gonna just go out for like a 20-minute, half an hour walk myself, put like a podcast or audiobook or something on, just to get out. I know it's gonna be raining, I know it's gonna be a bit cold, but I just think it's so good if you've been stuck in the house all day, just to get a bit of fresh air regardless when it is. If I don't have to take Danny with me, it's just so much more simpler. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy a bit of sit down time, a nice warm cup of tea. Cozy. I don't know if you can even see me, but I made it out. I decided that I've been indoors all day and I just needed to stretch my legs. And even though it's really rainy, it feels amazing. And like, you know, sometimes when you say, oh, I'm going to do that later, and then like, oh God, I really can't be bothered. And you end up not doing it. I was like, no, I cannot wait just to get out and have a good old power walk for 20 minutes. I'm going to put on something, a podcast or an audiobook. Or I might even do like a walking meditation, then it'll be quite good. Pick up a little orange, I'm going to have that, and then head back and do some dinner. Breathe in that city fume air, because I'm definitely not in the countryside, but it's still good to get out. I mean, hello.
New Neon Night Edition.
Hello.
A razor unlike any other.
So I'm back from the very, very wet walk. Read me, woman. And I'm going to prepare tea. So we've got gustos that we do in the evening. And I'm going to do what I actually really wanted to do. Hang on, let me turn this up down. Got Danny Pants just chilling, maxing, relaxing. So I really wanted to do this one because it sounds lush. So it's salmon, lemon, herb spaghetti. But I've eaten so much pasta and spaghetti recently. I feel like I need a couple of days without it. So I'm gonna do Filipino style chicken and lentil curry with lemongrass rice. So that's what we're going to have tonight. We're eating way later than normal because Sam's gone off to the range and I had a really late lunch. I was like, I'm happy to eat late. So I'm going to get all of that prepped. Here is my stuff that I did earlier. I actually think half of me is like, I do just think this is the whole design of it is for kids. But I wanted to basically see, oh no, that could work. If I kind of got it into like little squares. Hang on, flattering angle, isn't it? You kind of cut it out. So a bit, I mean, I've done that with one hand, so that's probably not the best. So a little bit like bites. Yeah, do you know what? Just tastes like what I have in the morning in the bowls, but redone. A bit like overnight oats, but more sludgy. I'm starving. Whilst I'm getting the food ready, snacking on a tiny bit of, oh my God, so good. Of oh, what are you talking to us? Are you having a chat? You can go no, I'm not gonna perform. Anyway, I'm having a little slice of my sister made lemon drizzle cake. And I got to the point where I was so hungry that I really need to have something. Bit of a get cracking with this. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. I've actually changed my mind, and I'm going to be going for the salmon, lemon and herb spaghetti, because the other recipes were like 40 minutes long and it's already 8:15 at night and I'm absolutely starving, and this one's 10 minutes. So we're going to go for this one instead. We've got salmon, and then in here is some quick cook pasta and spinach. Let me get that all in there. Actually looks delicious. Looking like flaked off salmon, and then there's like roasted garlic and lemon in there as well, and a bit of clotted cream. Yum. And then you serve that with a little bit of parmesan. Honestly, I could eat that whole thing right now.